Having you back on the Brain Crypto channel is a pleasure. Following community accusations of impropriety, ASIC withdraws from the $50 million debt box case. Both the chief tech officer and a well-known cryptocurrency attorney have publicly criticized the SEC's response to the debt box issue, claiming that the agency's actions constitute an example of overreach. False claims are causing the case to unravel, and everyone involved has suffered emotionally and financially as a result. Because Debtbox has acknowledged to making deceptive representations and the SEC has chosen to dismiss a $50 million fraud case against the firm, this is happening. John Dassler and other XRP lawyers have publicly criticized Gary Gensler's leadership at the SEC. To my knowledge, no company has ever had more dire need for genuine leadership than this $50 million CC modification. News of the SEC's decision to withdraw charges against Debtbox has sent shockwaves across the community. A large number of federal judges, including Judge Torres, have made use of ESIC. Since of the Ripple lawsuit, the legal community is justifiably suspicious of lawyers since it has shown them to be hypocrites. This move calls into question the veracity of the SEC's claims in other cases. Deaton was perplexed when an appeals court determined that the SEC's rejection of a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund was capricious. Concurrently with the conviction of dishonest lawyers. He said the SEC was covering up their misdeeds in an effort to avoid blame. If, as Denton suggested, judges could not allow beautiful attorneys to appear in their cases, the Coinbase v. Securities and Exchange Commission case would be much more of a spectacle. Famous attorneys like Bill Morgan and Jeremy Hogan have spoken out against the SEC's tactics and sudden changes in approach. They claim the government agency has been obstinate in its pursuit of a big fraud case, but has suddenly changed its mind in response to possible bad consequences. The attorneys for XRP are evidently agitated by the rumors that the SEC is engaging in courtroom gamesmanship. Even Coinbase CLO, Paul Grewal, expressed his disappointment with the SEC for causing issues and then attempting to avoid it. Concerning the impact on the stock price, David Schwartz, Ripple's chief technology officer, has also leveled accusations of dishonesty against the SEC on the debt box issue. Even when the SEC admitted they were wrong, the value of the linked coin fell 56% on the market. Quick and catastrophic were the results. The specifics of the scenario are important, but it is not all the lesson has to cover. John Deaton stressed that SEC lawyers must remember that they are dealing with actual people and their livelihoods. Regulations aren't the only thing at stake here. Actually, it's a quite rational and equitable arrangement. This goes beyond a simple legal matter. To be more precise, many are hoping that the SEC will treat Bitcoin companies fairly and with due diligence. The public is demanding justice and fairness, going beyond the realm of legal action, and they are closely monitoring the situation. Gary John and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, have come under fire from attorneys who are on the side of XRP, such as John Dutton. The SEC has chosen to drop the $50 million fraud case brought against Debtbox in response to Judge Robert Shelby's show cause order and penalties for federal court lying. In an effort to evade fines and penalties, the SEC sought to dismiss the complaint by claiming that the Bitcoin company's Debtbox had been misled into obtaining a restraining order and asset freeze. Gary Gensler, head of the SEC, and other XRP lawyers have spoken out against the cryptocurrency. With respect to the Debtbox matter, in an admission of providing inaccurate or misleading information, the SEC John Dean, an attorney representing 75,000 XRP investors, has taken aim at Gary Gensler, the current chairman of the SEC, over an event that occurred when Gensler was in control of the agency and corporate investigations were underway. He said that the attorneys for the SEC had not shown genuine devotion to legal principles. A number of federal judges, including Judge Torres, have been vocal in their criticism of the SEC, with some describing SEC officials like Say Kearney as hypocrites in the process. Despite these appalling facts, findings that would make any notable lawyer tremble and feel ashamed, an appellate court in the Grayscale case determined that the spot Bitcoin ETF's rejection by the Securities and Exchange Commission was arbitrary and capricious. Subsequently, the attorneys tasked with defending your business shown complete indifference towards the pursuit of truth and justice. Now you're trying to avoid punishment while protecting your dishonest attorneys from the law they pledged to defend. The strategy used by the SEC's commission chef, Deaton, was challenged by several attorneys, including Jeremy Hogan and Bill Morgan, in the lawsuit. Ripple, Nance, and Coinbase XRP, Coinbase, are two examples of cryptocurrency firms that the SEC reportedly targeted unfairly. In an effort to avoid fines and public shame, the agency chose to abandon the case against the Americans. An alliance of attorneys has said that the SEC is attempting to bring shame on Coinbase and the cryptocurrency industry by asserting its dominion over the whole space. Furthermore, Paul's group will criticize the SEC and its representatives for allowing the business's harmed attorney, Schick, and his legal team to request the dismissal of a lawsuit against him without prejudice. David Schwartz, Ripple's chief technologist, had previously pointed out the SEC's illegal behavior in the debt box case, accusing them of dishonestly altering facts to get their way before the opposing side could respond. Based on the observations of some of the most influential figures in the cryptocurrency business, it is plausible that XRP might have another price explosion like to the one that rocked markets 5 years ago. Following an extended period of consolidation marked by significant underperformance, a symmetrical triangle breakout might soon appear, perhaps indicating the start of a likely comeback. According to recent research, momentum indicators and historical price patterns are indicating a rising optimistic sentiment. In the interest of the token that is now experiencing some difficulties. Following its 2013 high, XRP built a multi-year triangle that was quite similar to the one it had previously formed. Then things started to go downhill. One market expert claims that XRP's structure kept its price stable until 2017, when an unexpected upward resolution added 4 zeros to its value. The monthly XRP shutdown will take place on Wednesday. At the moment, we're focusing on the symmetrical triangle of the MACD. The last time we were in a symmetric triangle, Ripple XRP was the catalyst for the MACD indicator to go above zero, which in turn caused a rebound and a parabolic advance. Going downhill in the present market upturn. A fresh symmetrical triangle has now ensnared the upside. Nevertheless, if we expect XRP's value to rise again, the time spent creating the visually attractive design will be one of the most noticeable changes in this cycle. A second observer has pointed out that the current version necessitates a last surrender wick to prepare for pyrotechnics. Intriguingly, the 2017 optimism did anticipate a significant decline. The video suddenly stops playing after that. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel to show your support. Until next time.